Fulbright Friday with your hosts LP and LT. So it's exciting because we're in high summer now.
High summer, oh yeah.
Yeah, like it is definitely solidly depressing. Summer. Depressing?
Once after June, it just kind of like you think it goes downhill.
I know, well, I mean, it is sort of like the downhill of summer. I was thinking about that. I'm going to the beach in August, and I'm like, I can't wait, but then at the same time, like by the time it's here, I'm going to be like, well, now summer's over.
So you're also going during a hurricane season, and that seems like a risky move.
Yeah, well, that's the problem.
Hurricanes are becoming more common.
I know, the whole world is. Yeah, I know. It's just a horrible time to be alive.
Sorry, I took that down.
Yeah, well, I had a question for you, LP.
And what is the question?
Since it is summertime and lots of traveling is happening, I'm always one of these people that likes to think about the packing methods. And so, like, some people get pretty serious.
For travel?
Yeah, okay. Not your lunch.
Well, I didn't know. I was just
because I let in with like, all the travel that's happening in the summer.
Sure we were on the same page.
It's good. Yep. Know your context. So it's like I like to ask people kind of like what are their tips and tricks, because like when you're packing and you start packing for a lot of people all at once, like, you know.
Oh my gosh, I just learned amazing. Well,
this is this joy dresser person.
You knew I was going to bring it up.
All right,
so
tell
my husband and I, did you ever watch any of this?
No, I didn't, but I saw that. Yeah, I saw that you did it.
So on Netflix, well, I'd heard about it for a while because a lot of people refer to like, oh, the spark joy in your life, and I was like, what the heck is this? And then on Netflix, there's this Marie Kondo, who's this woman from Japan who organizes, is a professional organizer. And we thought, okay, we'll give this a shot. We'll watch the first like 20 minutes of this episode. And let me tell you, it's life-changing.
So did you actually implement the...
We did.
Okay,
we actually
have you
paused
stuck with it?
Yeah. We paused the episode because actually like 20 minutes in, we kind of got all the content we needed.
Show that picture.
The picture, yeah. We paused it in order to implement her method of folding clothes, which is actually creates so much more space and is actually one that you should use in packing suitcases because it helps to organize your clothes and not just like in a typical pile.
Yeah. You know, it's a game changer for me in the packing thing?
What?
Packing cubes.
Wait, what are packing cubes?
Oh, this is exciting.
Not like the ones that take out all the air.
No. Oh. They're like different sizes of pouches so that you can like coordinate all of the swimwear or your pajamas or your shorts and your top. So everything goes in its own little cube, and then the cubes go into in a very satisfyingly Tetris geometric way. You get these at the
Container Store or something?
You can get them at Marshall's, TJ Maxx, anything in the travel section, and they're mesh, so they kind of collapse, you know, so they're, but it just actually it's a game changer for organizing, especially if you're going to start like having, if you ever commingle your suitcase where you're like you going on travel with someone else and you're sharing a suitcase, this really helps to like keep theirs from yours.
Good to know.
So travel tips, you heard it here.
Okay, so today we are focusing on our public service announcements.
Yeah, this is just, I guess, a pick-a-mix, a random...
Just like tips, hot tips.
Assemblage of things.
Because we're so worldly and, you know, knowledgeable. We just want to share that, drop some content on you.
Okay, drop the content.
Wait, what was our first
one? I don't know.
Oh, okay, our first one. We have so many tips we don't know what to draw from. Our first just public service announcement, PSA, if you will, is that if you are pursuing or had been thinking about pursuing a research grant and things are just not coming together for you, you don't really know what your methodology would be, don't have a research question, like don't even know where to start with affiliations, haven't been thinking about that, this might be a very good time to pivot and think about a different grant type, because once we get into middle of July, making sure that all those pieces come together for a research grant
can be challenging.
So that can be challenging. Yeah. So perhaps thinking about study grant instead that involves a research component, but it may be a time to, you know, take stock, reflect, and think about different steps. And you can sign up for an advising appointment so we can help you talk about your options.
Yeah. So you still have time for many other grant types, but the research one, the door is closing rapidly. But don't opt out. Opt in. Alternatively. Yeah. You still have time for some of the ETAs and study. All right, another PSA that we would like to communicate to you is this, you know, we're very popular. I guess what are the Nielsen ratings are going through the roof. I know. It's like My time is a commodity. LP's time is a commodity, which means that like there's very few advising appointments left between now and August 1st when we have that big call for essay feedback. So if you're someone that enjoys kind of talking through some of the writing strategies, wants to talk about, continue to talk about, maybe there's a different type of, you're thinking about doing that pivot from research to study or whatever. If you need one of those, we would say, like, get on the calendars now, because it's like, have you ever called and got an appointment and they're like, I'm sorry, I can't get you in for 6 months?
And you thought, oh my goodness, I didn't even realize.
Yes. So now you've been told, PSA.
And we don't meet at 10 p.m.
No.
I don't even try
Yeah.
like saying the only times I can meet are the weekend or at 10 p.m. at
That's
night.
really not nice.
We don't live here,
We don't live here.
even though we've created such a welcoming and
this
lovely
is a
environment.
welcome. I
Yeah.
can sleep on the couch, but
Okay, what's our public service 3?
I kind of have literally forgotten.
We've forgotten what our public service
I
announcement
think we'll
number
just
3
wrap it
is.
up there.
We'll just wrap it up there. Know that we have other ones, as we are a fount of knowledge, but fountain of knowledge.
Oh, fountain. Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
How do you want to play this one?
Okay,
LP?
how I want to play this one in terms
Who's
of.
drawing and who's reading?
Thank you for additional people who've.
It's fan club time. What that means is we're going to answer some questions. Mm-hmm.
Am I drawing?
I don't know.
I'll draw.
You tell me how you want to play
This
this.
one's really wrapped up, so I hope that means that this is
It's like super
good
good.
one.
It's going to be super bad.
Or it's gonna be like, what is your favorite color?
Purple.
What do you wish you knew more about? Everything?
I don't know, that's weird because anything I wish I knew more about, I Google it.
I know.
I don't really have any.
Wikipedia, all those things.
I wish I could retain the things that I read.
Well, that as
Could
well.
you imagine, like, if you always had a photographic or, photogenic or, I don't know, a memory that was better than mine? Like, how you would, like, if the power
Well, that would
of
be
knowledge
good for
trivia?
remembering, like, trivia and things, but
Mhm.
not remembering, like, embarrassing moments or things that you wish you forgot.
Oh, but those things
So
are, like, burned
selective.
in your memory.
So I know selective
Yeah.
memory.
It's like I remember all the things that I don't want to remember. And all the
No.
things that I need, the important knowledge
I mean, I
in
think
my
it's
life.
like, yeah.
Like, for example, the Civil War started in 1861.
Mm.
I don't even know if that's right. I think it went to 1861 to 1865.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I do remember things.
That leads me to want to
I
talk
did
about
just
my
watch Ken
Civil
Burns'
War,
Civil War, like-
reenactment, which they would not do anymore.
Yeah.
Did I told you about my Civil War
It's
reenactment?
pretty good.
When I was in 4th grade, in order to learn about the Civil War, we actually participated in a Civil War reenactment, which would never happen now.
Yeah. It's, I guess, the Union. And
Luckily,
the
I was a
Confederates.
Union soldier,
Yeah.
so
It's just so strange.
I
That's
could
how
never run for
dated
public
we are.
office, though, because
I
who
know.
knows where that
Well, at least
video
you're on the
exists.
Union side.
At least I was on the Union side, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
And that was Colorado. I find
That was a fly.
quite progressive, so
I know.
strange.
Okay, well.
Okay, well, that was interesting.
Yeah, so maybe use this time in July not only to think about your Fulbright project, but maybe
Learn some things.
learn some things.
Keep some.